Now let's talk about the big debate. 2 down, 1 to go, and last night's presidential showdown in Nashville featured both Barack Obama and John McCain launching their share of jabs, but it does not appear that there was any clear knockout blow. And while some speculated that names like Bill Ayers and Charles Keating could bleed over from the campaign trail onto the town hall stage, that did not happen. Instead, the two candidates spent most of their time talking about what voters want to talk about, the economy.
Nailing down Senator Obama's various tax proposals is like nailing Jell-O to the wall. There's been 5 or 6 of them, and if you wait long enough, there'll probably be another one. He would forgo his tax increases if the economy was bad. I got some news, Senator Obama. The news is bad.
Senator McCain, I think the Straight Talk Express lost a wheel on that one. Senator McCain wants to give a $300 billion tax cut, to 200 of it to the largest corporations, and 100,000 of it, 100 billion of it, going to people like CEOs on Wall Street. He wants to give the average Fortune 500 CEO an additional $700,000 in tax cuts. That is not fair.
NBC political director Chuck Todd is in Nashville, Tennessee for today's first read on the presidential debate. And Chuck, all of those Insta polls out there had Obama winning the debate by a landslide. What are you hearing from those people who've been polled and some of the folks I'm sure you had a chance to talk to? Why did they give Obama such high marks?
Well, it could very well be that the debate itself didn't have any influence, but what happened earlier in the day, what happened in the market, the jitteriness on the economy had as much influence on how viewers saw the debate than anything that actually happened in the debate itself. And I think we've seen that over the last 3 weeks, that the news of the economy has trumped even these big events on the debate itself. We get caught up in the debate for the 2-hour period. Right. But the viewer is focused on the economy and focused on their own pocketbook and nervousness. And right now that's been hurting the Republicans, whether it's a presidential race, Senate races, or House races.
Very true. Well, Chuck, let me ask you, this was certainly supposed to be John McCain's preferred format. He loves the town hall. In fact, his folks are pointing to a moment where Senator McCain shook the hand of a chief petty officer who was in the crowd there. In your opinion, who connected better? Did either have that I feel your pain moment, especially when it came to the economy, as you say, of course, is the most important issue right now out there?
Well, I'm not sure either one of them had this great moment where people are going to point to and say, well, that was the moment that everybody in every living room said, I want that guy empathizing with me. I think it seemed to me Obama seemed a little more camera aware of the folks outside the hall, and McCain was very good at dealing with the people inside the hall, and that both can have some strengths and weaknesses on both sides. Early on, Obama seemed comfortable. He was surprisingly aggressive, I think, on McCain. McCain did not go after Obama probably in the way that some folks had anticipated, but I think that's a sign of how close they were to the actual people sitting there, and it's just a tough thing to do.
Right, what you said early on in your preview of the debate. But there were so many moments that folks this morning, Chuck, honestly are talking about. But I think one that you're hearing from the blogs to probably over the water coolers is the moment when Senator McCain, we played it, referred to Senator Obama as that one. In fact, this morning, Joe Biden was on the Today Show. He spoke with Ann Curry, and here's what he said about that exchange and the tone taken by Senator McCain.
When John knows that he's on the attack in this and he's not feeling good about it, John never looks you straight in the eye. John doesn't go and refer to you by your first name. I think it's part of this whole thing. If you notice, John didn't make a whole lot of eye contact last night because I think John, when he's on the attack mode and making the other guy a bad guy, it's just not his style.
So, Chuck, I got to ask you, how did you read the tone of last night? We talked about how aggressive it was over the weekend, starting with Governor Palin. What about the tone from Senator McCain? Is this much to do about nothing? What do you think?
I think it is. I think this is a case where the Obama people are trying to win a spin war at the end. I mean, it was certainly an interesting moment when you saw McCain thumb himself, sort of pointing with his thumb to Obama. But I think what's interesting is how aggressive the Obama campaign has been in the post-debate spin of trying to make this moment, trying to stir a controversy here. Again, I do wonder just what kind of shelf life will even this little controversy have when all eyes are going to be on what's going on with the economy today. Right. What does this interest rate cut mean today? What is the stock market going to do today? What are people's 401ks going to do today? So I just, yes, in the moment, it seemed like a big deal. I think in the post game, it's going to seem less and less important.
All right, Chuck, thank you very much. I know you got to get going, and it's a rainy day out there, so hopefully you stay safe and dry.
Sure is.
Thank you, Chuck.